Hey there, it's Bob from Wham's Tech, and today we're going to show you a new feature in Zoom. This is slides as your background. So we all know about virtual background, and we all know about sharing your screen. Now the two kind of come together, where your background can be a share screen, where this share screen is a PowerPoint or Keynote presentation. Now this doesn't yet work with Google Slides, but that's okay, because you can always download your Google Slides as a PowerPoint presentation and then upload it through Zoom. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. So you have to be running the latest version of Zoom, Zoom 5.2. And then if you go to the Share Screen button at the bottom, and then go to the Advanced tab, you'll see a new option for Slides as Virtual Background. Now you see this is in beta, so there might be some bugs, there might be some glitches, but this is going to be a very neat way to present content as well as share your video at the same time. So I'm going to select Slides as Virtual Background, hit Share, and the next thing is going to ask me for what presentation I want to add as the background. Again, only PowerPoint and Keynote files work at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and search for a PowerPoint. I'm not sure which ones live on my computer at the moment. About Black Plague. That looks good. All right, so I'm going to do the Black Plague PowerPoint and then open. Okay. And the first time you do this, you're going to see that presentation or that application open up in the background. And then it's going to prompt you to authenticate using your computer password. This is just authentication to link the two apps together. So you type in your computer password and then hit OK. You might have to do it a couple of times. But then you see here, preparing slides. If I navigate to the presentation itself, you might get some warnings or some allowance. I don't see any warnings at the moment. That's always good. All right, I'm going to hit cancel. All right, it looks like a font was missing, so it replaced it with a different font. But as you see in my Zoom now, look at that. So my background is the presentation. And I can also see that I can navigate between the slides manually here. You also see that my video is now overlaid on top of the presentation. If I was using a virtual background, you would see my virtual background there, or you would see that this is actually transparent and I'd be like a floating person in my presentation. So you wouldn't actually see my office right now, which is pretty neat. Now you can also see that I can resize and place my video in different portions of the presentation. So that way I can find the right spot for my video that doesn't block my content. Yep. If you are done resizing, you can hit this triple dots over here next to the navigation. And you can see that I can resize my video. I can also split the video as well, so that way it's not on top of the slides, and instead it's just on a separate window over here. Okay. But I kind of like the idea that it's merged. That way it's kind of all in one. And your students are then viewing you and the content at the same time. Okay. If you want to make sure that your eyes are facing the camera, what you could always do is resize, let's say, and place it at the very top center, right, where it's kind of close to the camera. That way, if I'm looking at my video and I'm presenting, I'm actually viewing like the camera right up that way. Little trick. And now I can navigate through my presentation using the arrow keys. So here's 2. Here's 3. I'm clicking with my mouse right now. I can also use my left and right arrow keys to do the same thing. All right. If there's ever a time where I want to showcase my video, I can just select it and resize it. And so now I can talk, I can be the center of the video here. And when I'm done, I can resize it again and bring it off to the side right over here. And all the while, what I could be doing is recording my presentation. So that way, when this is all done, I can take this video and upload it to PowerSchool Learning for my students. Now, in addition to your daily student lessons, this tool could be a great way to share your parent videos with your parents. Simply create a PowerPoint with your class rules and syllabus and that kind of thing and go through your presentation that way. Upload it as slides, and now you have your video as well as your class presentation all in one. And you can record your Zoom, save it, to the cloud or save it to your computer, and then share it to your PowerSchool Learning page for your parents. All right, now it's your turn. So first, make sure that your Zoom is updated. Next, at your next convenience, try going to Share Screen, Advanced, and then Slides as virtual background. Find a PowerPoint presentation and upload it and make sure that everything is working. And again, the trickiest part of this is after you've selected your PowerPoint, just going to the application that runs in the background and looking for any messages that pop up. You might have to type in your password a couple of times, but then just being patient and waiting for the preparing slides, and then you'll be able to see your PowerPoint as your background. When you're done presenting, just like you would with a regular screen share, you would just hit the Stop Share button at the top here to go back to your main video. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at robert.petito@woodward.edu. And as always, thanks for watching.